Hi, I'm Travis Luther, and today we're joined by Theodore Watson of Watson & Associates. Theodore deals with businesses who are looking to acquire government contracts or just information about how the contract process works. Theodore, it's tough economic times. Everybody knows it. Competition's stiff. I'm sure it's always been stiff, but it's got to be really tight right now. How does your firm help small businesses in the government contract process as far as proposals go?
That's a good question, and I think you hit the nail on the head. It has always been competitive to get government contracts, but given the economy now and the reduction on tax spending dollars for federal projects, et cetera, it's even more competitive. And we can see that as attorneys in the bid protest process. There's more of those. But more specifically to your question, the federal agency is trying to get more bang for the buck. And they're really looking at proposals with a more serious eye now to determine whether the small business is going to be more of a risk, whether they can actually perform, and more importantly, the solutions that they're bringing to the table. Can it really solve the government's problems? And those are the basic outlines of what any proposal must show.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so we're talking about a government that's essentially acting as CEO of a business, trying to look out for its profit margin, if you will, trying to make sure its dollars are allocated properly. What kind of signal can the right proposal give to government that this company is not going to be wasteful spending?
Well, first of all, I think, and this is something that even government agencies need to realize, the dollars that they're spending are actually you and I's, taxpayers' dollars. So the government has a statutory right to safeguard those dollars. But the proposal going in, now agencies are supposed to do market research, and they're supposed to have an idea that when the bid goes out, what should this product or service cost? Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's not always accurate. So a prospective bidder that submitted a proposal needs to, in that proposal, suggest or hint to the government that this is what the commercial market demands for this type of. So how you do that is kind of the things that we show bidders how to inject into their proposals. But more importantly, one of the things Congress has said is that we will pay a higher price for quality service or product in the same way that you go to the store and buy toothpaste. You may look at Colgate and you may look at Crest, but depending on the value that Crest puts on their advertising, you may want to pay $2 more for that. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we show contractors when they're submitting proposals is how do they add value over and beyond price and past performance. And those are the typical things that a proposal will ask for. Mm-hmm. So that's where the economy and contractors, especially small business, are struggling. Mm-hmm. So from sitting on the other side, I think we're in a better position to really help them.
So it's not just filling out forms and putting in numbers. I mean, you're suggesting that there's an element to marketing that's necessary and important for a successful application.
Absolutely, and most of this is driven by the federal procurement regulations. For example, on a construction project, they have to show who the key personnel is going to be managing this project. What about schedules? Can you meet them? You have to demonstrate to the government not just that we can do it and trust us, but you have to put it on paper how they're going to get from point A to Z. Mm-hmm. And that's, again, the struggle that most businesses are having.
Again, getting totally away from the numbers, but demonstrating in your proposal that you actually understand your industry, that you're competent, that you've done this before, and finding a way to reflect all that in your application.
It's kind of like a job interview. If you put out a position, you're looking for the best candidate. Mm-hmm. And even though there are some that may qualify with the basic experiences, you're looking for that ideal candidate who can bring something to the company. That analogy is kind of what the government's looking for.
And bringing something to the company doesn't always mean just being the cheapest.
That's correct.
Yeah. How do you help contractors create better proposals?
Well, again, they are subject, the prospective client or contractor is supposedly an expert in the industry. They know how to build buildings, they know how to clean buildings, they know how to develop programs. It's up to us to extract that information in a way, and using our experience as former federal contracting executives, to mirror what they know and what they can demonstrate in a position that lines up with what the government's looking for. So we do all types of proposals. A lot of times we get a call with, how much experience do you have in medical? And my response is usually, you are the one that has to demonstrate that you have the experience. We'll just show you how to do it. So it really doesn't matter. We do projects all over the country with various industries. So we're trying to help businesses align themselves now to match up with where the economy is very tough.
Can you think of any examples of a recent success story or surprise hurdle or some kind of insight you could offer a small business owner to kind of keep on their radar that they may not be thinking of?
One of the most important things that most businesses fail to do, there's a website called FedBizOps, and most government contractors know about that. That is a universal site that virtually all agencies have to advertise. The problem with that is that by the time it hits FedBizOps, that information has been out anywhere from a year to two ago. So businesses have to first learn to plan ahead before it hits the street. It's too late at that time. So that's one of the other things we try to show businesses. Before you wait and then scramble to write a not so great proposal, you need to step back a bit, find the work, build the right relationships that can convince the government, so that when that requirement does finally materialize, you're in a better position to write a stronger proposal.
And I suspect, being in this area of law as long as you have been, you probably have some insights or information into other channels to figure out or find out about these government bids other than this general one that you were just talking about. You probably know a way to get it sooner.
Well, absolutely. The big picture, again, especially with the larger projects, small businesses are at a great disadvantage because they don't have the resources to put together a team and to spend $25,000, $30,000 on writing a government proposal. The large companies, on the other hand, may have that. So what we try to do, and the reason why those procurements are out there, is to provide information to these businesses so that they can prepare, so that they're not at a disadvantage. Most people know that, but it kind of slips their mind.
Yeah, probably because as a small business owner, you have 100 things going on. It's probably better to bring on a firm like yours to make this use of time as the most efficient that it can be. And
that raises a good point. Most small businesses don't have the resource. But if you're going after a $5 to $10 million contract and you've been doing it for so many years and you're not getting the result, it's time to really look at what you're doing to see if you need to restructure your game plan.
Thank you again, Mr. Watson, for coming down this afternoon. If you are a small business or any business and you have interest in learning more about how Mr. Watson's firm can help you along the government contract process, reach out to them toll-free at 1-866-601-5518 or visit them online at theodorewatson.com. Again, Mr. Watson, thank you for coming.
Thank you.